Welcome back. It's Metal Rocker 86, reviewing another Metallica album. So get ready to ride the lightning. On to the album. Ride the Lightning is Metallica's second studio album, and it was released on July 27th of 1984. It is a 6-time platinum in the US, a 2-time platinum in Canada and Denmark, a platinum in Australia, Poland, and Germany, and a gold in Italy. It consists of 8 songs, and altogether is about 47.5 minutes long. On lead vocals, rhythm guitar, and acoustic guitar for Fade to Black is James Hetfield. On lead guitar and backing vocals is Kirk Hammett. On bass and backing vocals is Cliff Burton. And finally, on drums, percussions, and backing vocals for Ride the Lightning is Lars Ulrich. Now on to the songs, starting with Fight Fire with Fire, which was written by James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, and Cliff Burton. The tempo starts off slow, but really speeds up soon after. Instrumentation. It starts off with a soothing guitar intro for about 30 seconds. Then the shredding guitars come in to get you rockin' and energized with some background drums. As for the solo, it also gets you rockin'. The song is mainly about a nuclear war, where both sides are attacking each other with nuclear ammunition, which leads to the end of the world. This was a great song to start the album with. Now, we get to my favorite song on the album. It was written by James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, Cliff Burton, and Dave Mustaine. It's the album's title song, Ride the Lightning. The tempo is still fast-paced here. Instrumentation. The main focus again is on the rockin' guitars with great energy, but you can also hear the drums in the background. There is a cool solo in this one as well. The song is about what's going through someone's mind when they're convicted of murder and sent to the chair, but they didn't commit any crime. One day, Kirk Hammett was reading a copy of Stephen King's The Stand, and there's a part where a guy is waiting to ride the lightning. Kirk then thought this would be a great song title and suggested it to the band. This was an amazing song on the album. Now we get to For Whom the Bell Tolls, which was also released as a single and written by James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, and Cliff Burton. Although the tempo slows down a little here, it's still up-tempo. Instrumentation. It starts off with a bell sound like AC/DC did with Hell's Bells. Then the guitars come in to get you rockin', and they also set a creepy mood. You can also hear the drums in the background. The lyrics were inspired by the novel of the same name by Ernest Hemingway. It is about a guy who was supposed to take out a bridge in the Spanish Civil War, but he falls in love and learns some things about life and death. This was another killer track on the album. All the members of the band wrote this next one, which was also released as a single. It's called Fade to Black. The tempo slows down a lot here for the first half of the song, but then speeds up after that. Instrumentation. The main focus is on the guitars in this one, both acoustic and electric, and they give off a sad mood. You can also hear the drums in the background. The guitars really start shredding in the second half of the song, and your head will be banging. The solo is very cool in the second half as well. The lyrics describe someone who is suicidal and wonders what they have to live for. In the end, they realize that life is just too good to let it end, but it's too late. The song was inspired when the band was robbed of all their equipment, including the very first amplifier that James Hetfield ever owned, and it was very sentimental to him. This was another killer track on the album. This next song is very up-tempo and energizing. It was written by James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, and Kirk Hammett. It's called Trapped Under Ice. Instrumentation. It starts off with a cool guitar intro, and after a while they start shredding. You can also hear the drums in the background, and the solo is pretty cool as well. The lyrics describe someone who's trapped under ice, trying to survive, but no one can hear them screaming for help. This symbolizes pain and suffering that someone is going through, and this was another awesome song on the album. James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, and Kirk Hammett also wrote this next one, Escape. The tempo slows down a little here, but it's still up-tempo. Instrumentation. The main focus again is on the guitars, and they get you into headbang mode, but you can also hear the drums in the background, and the solo is really great. From what I can see, the lyrics describe someone who just wants to be themselves and different from everyone else. That person also does not care if people like him or not. The song was a late addition to the album and written in the studio, but it's a great song on the album. This next one was also released as a single and written by all the members of the band. It's called Creeping Death. The tempo in this one is about the same as the last one to start off, but it speeds up soon after. Instrumentation. The guitars will really get you rocking in this one, but you can also hear the drums in the background. Not only does this one have a great solo, but it's one of Kirk Hammett's favorite solos. The song was inspired by the movie The 10 Commandments, where the angel of death is a green cloud. This was another awesome song on the album. Now, we get to the final song on the album, and it's an instrumental written by all the members of the band and Dave Mustaine. It's called The Call of the Cthulhu. The tempo is moderately fast-paced. Instrumentation. To start, the guitar is very soothing. Then, it gets much harder at the minute and 25 mark, and the drums come in the background. At the 8-minute mark, it slows down, and ends with some guitar and hard riffs. A book with a similar title but different spelling by H.P. Lovecraft is what inspired this song. In the book, if you say Cthulhu, it comes closer. Metallica changed the spelling so you could fear the beast. This was a cool song to end the album with. So what did I like about this album? I really enjoyed this one. The songs were all very well written, in the right order, the instrumentation blew me away and got me rocking, and James Hetfield did a great job on the vocals. There is nothing I would change about this album. To conclude this, go and listen to Ride the Lightning. It's a great album. Well, that's the end of this review. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up down below, and don't forget to subscribe and share. Until next time, rock on!